about. Let's talk about one of the most dominating teams in the league. You got your boombox?
I got my boombox, and I got my boombox buddy
Nice.
waiting to come up here.
So I'm gonna let you do the intro, man. You got the special guest.
All right, so we've been planning this for almost all season. I'm not even gonna lie. Since I've seen one of his first videos, I've been doing my best to get him on the show. He's finally able to get on the show now. So let's go ahead and bring him up. Eric Bryant. He works for Sports Not. He's also a comedian. He lives in California. He's a 49ers fan. He makes really good content. So welcome to R2L, Eric. How you doing, man?
I'm doing. Oh, okay. The applause though. I focus. Oh, my bad. No cursing. I messed with that.
I'm glad the crowd
said no cursing. I said it's gonna be tough, but yeah, I'm from the Bay too. I'm from the Bay Area, so easy transition into liking the Niners. Like you said, we've been trying to do this for a minute. I'm glad to be on with y'all, and just being able to watch y'all before I get on, just see like y'all feelings and y'all thoughts on football is pretty interesting too.
Okay, welcome.
And sorry, my bad. Who's fans of who? So I just know before I we go into any conversation.
So the guy you're beside is a Cowboys fan, and the guy I'm beside is a Commanders fan.
Oh, okay.
It's a well-balanced panel, man.
It's very well balanced. Very well balanced.
But you are in the Bay Area. I do like Sacktown though, Sacramento.
That's not the Bay Area now.
I know it's not. we kind of robbers right now,
We don't mess with people that like them being. We don't mess with them. So we don't do that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, of course, we up here. We got to talk about, the 49ers got the #1 seed after the Cowboys put that hurting on the Eagles, but y'all had to take care of business before that. Then y'all went out there and beat the Seahawks yesterday. So we just got to react to that, man. All season, people have been quietly saying that you all were the best team in the league, but based upon record, they had to give it to the Eagles. But now you are officially the #1 seed, and we're just going to react to it. So we got two 49ers fans. I'm going to start off with the guests. How you feel about y'all being the #1 seed?
I didn't wear any 49ers stuff today because I felt like it was only a matter of time, to be real with you. I think this is like one of those things especially with Philly, right? Throughout the whole season, people have been saying they've been winning games and they haven't had it all together. And I've been saying the whole time, I was like, what if this is all together for them? You know what I'm saying? Like everybody say they haven't had that perfect game. Like, what if they this is who they are? There's a lack of creativity with their offensive play calling. A lot of screen passes. Like usually you do that, to get people to go to the outside, but it's like they're doing it more and more. I feel like I forgot what your name was, the Sacramento fan. Like he was saying, like they got to run. They do have to run. Like you got to get that lead so DeAndre Swift can do his thing, Gainwell can get into his thing, and then play off of that. They have two top receivers, and one of the best lines. So I feel like what we've seen, they've been pretty healthy for the most part, but what we've seen has been who they are, and the defense isn't going to get any better. The secondary, like you said, isn't good. You're relying on a rookie and Jalen Carter to get pressure for y'all. He's a monster, but you're relying on him and others to get pressure to make the secondary look better, and it's just not going to happen. So with Dallas, I think people have said it before. I'm not the first person to say it. They haven't played a lot of contenders. So with them getting their first win versus a team that has a winning record, this week, it's a little tough to really judge what they're going to be, even though we saw us versus them, which wasn't too kind to them. But I feel like I've said this the whole season, I don't think there's any elite quarterbacks in the season. Like, so I wasn't really scared of somebody like, you can say Pat Mahomes is on that level. Well, we saw what happened when he don't get his way. You feel me? Like, but yeah, like, I felt like we had the most complete team. So I wasn't really surprised that we were going to have the #1 seed. So I feel like our team is complete.
Dave?
Yeah, I halfway agree with you. Only reason why I halfway agree because I feel like it don't matter if we have the #1 seed or not. I feel like we can go on the road and dominate because we showed that when we went to the link and dominated them. I feel like we can go on the road anywhere. When we played Dallas 2 years ago, it was on the road in Dallas and we beat them in Dallas, and it wasn't close. So to me, it doesn't matter because just like you said, we are a complete team. We're great on defense, and that's with one of our best players out. Tyler Noel is out for rest. He's not coming back. And then we got Eric Armstead, who might be out a couple weeks. Javon Hargrave is now going to be out for a couple weeks because he has a hamstring, a pulled hamstring now. So, but we just have people to plug in every single time. This is why last year I said that we have the best defensive line because we can plug and play no matter who it is. Remember when we had Kerry Hyder, he was there making plays. Drake Jackson was making plays. Javon Kinlaw was making plays. Doesn't matter who we put in there. Our defensive line is always able to do what needs to get done. We have the best linebacking core in the league. We have the best front seven in the league. Charvarius Ward has had another good season, even though it hasn't looked good at times this year. But he steps up when it matters. Now he was getting baked by AJ Brown in the game because he allowed over 100 yards. But when the touchdowns was there, he was blocking. He was making sure that it didn't happen. It's a good thing that we have the number 1 seed and we're able to control it. But the only game I'm really worried about right now is the Christmas game against the Ravens.
Of course.
We win that game, then I believe that solidifies us having the number 1 seed. Now, I definitely believe that we can keep this number 1 seed, but games still got to be played. Still got to see what happens with the Dolphins, with the Ravens, and because the Ravens can easily win out because they got the Bills and they have not the Bills, but they have the Dolphins and they have us. Those are probably the 2 hardest games. They got the Jaguars as well, but I believe they're going to win that game. The Cowboys, even if we end up with the same record, we would more than likely have that because we have the head-to-head battle because they got the Bills next and they got the Dolphins. So we have an opportunity to keep the seed. So it's good to be here, but for me, I'm indifferent. We could have it or not. We could if we're 1 or 2 or 3, I still feel like we can beat everybody in the NFC.
And I kind of like what you said there, Dave, because when y'all brought up the topic, it's one of those things where it's like, what separates the 49ers from the rest of the teams in the league? And it's just that y'all can go in somebody else's house, punch them in the mouth and sit down on their couch and drink their beer while they sit there try to put ice on their eye. Like, that's just what the 49ers do. And teams know this, and they try to match it. And it's one of those things where it's like, you can't try to match their energy. You just got to be yourself and beat them playing your game. And that's why the last few years when Dallas went up there to play y'all and when we was the number 1 seed in that playoff game, we tried to be physical. And it was like, we're not a physical team. Why were we trying to be something that we not? And that's why y'all just went out there and completely whooped up on us, right? And same thing probably happened with the Eagles. They probably try to be a physical team because they've been bullying people all year, but technically they met another bully. And that's just what's going to happen. I kind of figured y'all would end up being the number 1 seed at some point. I didn't see the Eagles falling off the way they did once they started on their run. Because once they got 10-1, I was like, all right, they're going to reach this gauntlet. Maybe the Chiefs can get one. The 49ers going to start winning because y'all got players back. That's the only thing that stops y'all from being a complete dominant team is the health factor. Because, again, everybody makes plays. Greenlaw makes plays. Greenlaw taking security guards out. Like, you making plays on and off the field. So you just got to look at it like that. Your safety went out, but then I think one of the games, one of your cornerbacks went out, and then the rookie came in and got an interception to save a game. So
Yeah, Jair Brown.
There you go. So guys just know how to play once they go to the 49ers. Look at Chase. Chase went from Washington to over there looking like a whole beast now. There's just something about that environment. So
he was looking like a beast with Washington, just that he wasn't able to.
Let's hold on now.
Because he led the league in pressures at the time.
But see, Dave, you being nice. Chase was a beast over there, but I wasn't scared of Chase. Chase with Bosa. Wait. Chase with Bosa on that other side, you're gonna look twice. That's all I'm saying. Joe, Sweat or Bosa?
I mean, I get you on that point, but Chase actually looked better with us, though. But go ahead.
We gonna see. But that's all I'm saying. My reaction to it is I'm not too shocked. It is what it is. The Eagles started sliding. They shouldn't have did it. Go ahead, Joe.
All right. 49ers, man, great team. I said it. First of all, welcome on the show. I appreciate you for coming on. We appreciate that.
Appreciate you.
But even though I see you got I love Steph Curry. You feel me? That's my guy. But this past 12 months, we got beef. You know, we got beef.
It's cool. I'm gonna stand on business. You feel me? I'm gonna stand on business.
I got you. Oh, hey, Tom was right there. Should I grab it? My mask right there.
Wide receiver.
But anyways, my preseason prediction, I had y'all win the NFC. I felt like y'all are the most complete team in the NFL. Y'all have a great defense and offense, you know. So, and the fact that I remember when y'all got Christian McCaffrey, I remember, you know, on the show, when I did it, I was like, yo, that's cheating. Like, Chris McCaffrey, if he could just stay healthy, all right? If he can just stay healthy, it's going to be dangerous because the running lanes that Kyle Shanahan is going to create for this man. And with no running lane, Chris McCaffrey is hard to tackle. He just is. His vision is on 100, all right? And then you got all these playmakers, these guys after the catch. And Purdy, you know, he doesn't get enough credit. Like, people, and I was one of those guys too. As done, like, I'm hard on Purdy. I think he's MVP right now, though. But Purdy took this offense to a new level. All right, he definitely did. Now, Jimmy G, yes, he knew the offense. He was really good at his offense too. But Purdy, like Dave always says, is y'all never been a top 5 offense with Jimmy G at the helm. You know, Purdy's here now. Y'all top offense. Not only we got to worry about scoring, now we got to worry about stopping y'all for scoring. But I will say this though, Kyle Shanahan is 0-36 when losing by 8 points in the fourth quarter. So one thing y'all are good at, getting the lead early and running the ball down their throats, right? Y'all know Purdy is top in all these categories, and he's not even top 20 in attempts. Y'all don't throw the ball a bunch.
That's a great stat. He's not. He's like 91 pass attempts behind Dak. Like he's not throwing the ball.
He's 17th in attempts right now. Yeah,
he's not throwing the ball a lot, but still has the yards. I think he's second in football right now.
He's second in passing yards with 3,553 passing yards right now.
Second in passing, he's first in QBR, first in QB rating. I mean, the man
second in touchdowns.
Second in touchdowns.
Joe, that's not a shot because we don't have Christian McCaffrey, so it's not a shot.
Hey, I got Tony Pollard, right? Hey, Z, y'all go ahead and go. We got Tony Pollard.
They ain't nothing to do with that.
But no, great team. I love Kyle Shanahan. I know how I feel about Kyle Shanahan, former Redskin. I mean, we are just so stupid, but Kyle Shanahan is a great coach. He's that type of coach that's going to tell you how it is. He's not going to sugarcoat nothing. He don't care if you're Brock Purdy. He don't care if you're Jimmy G. You're one of the guys, and you're going to do your job. All right. So, and how I know he's like that, everybody on the team is willing to put their body on the line to put a block out there. Like, no matter who it is, when somebody catch the ball in the open field, everybody's looking for a defender to knock out. And when you got a football team like that, it's hard to beat. It's really hard to beat. So, y'all the best team, man. We'll see. But Mahomes, he didn't have his way last week. And he ain't complaining. So I just want to put that out there.
You know what? It was interesting. Just I'll say this too, with the whole no elite quarterback thing, just because, like, back in the day when it's like, oh, you had Phillip Rivers, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, like you had these dudes that you knew was going to put you in a situation. I can't say that about Josh Allen. Browning, like, people love to talk about Brock Purdy being a system quarterback. Let's have that conversation about Browning looking good. I'm not saying Joe's not that dude. What I'm saying is there's a plug-and-play aspect of NFL right now where I don't see a lot of Pat Mahomes rivals with a bunch of great quarterbacks. I see a lot of okay quarterbacks. I don't see Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence. A lot of these guys are just okay, and they try to say they're going to be good. But I just want to touch on a point real quick. We were talking about Chase Young, and you said he thought he was better with Washington. I'm going to say this. I think he's better with the Niners because it's not necessarily about the individual things he's doing. Mm-hmm. It's about him being there and opening it up. Like, our sacks and interceptions have skyrocketed since he came. And he's not doing the individual number thing that he probably would do with Washington, but just his presence and even their strategy of not really trying to sack Jalen Hurts. They're just trying to keep him in the pocket and force him to throw. So, like, I think his size, speed, and strength is not going to relate. It's not going to really tally up the sacks so much, but just his pressure and being around the ball makes people make terrible decisions. And
I 100% agree with that.
Yeah, so it's like I wanted to touch on that, but there's something else, but I forgot. But yeah, I just think it's going to be an interesting playoff. But also too, with the Niners getting the number 1 seed, it may not matter, and they may be able to go into people's house. But the less games, the more games, if that makes sense. Yeah. You'd rather have 2 games to get to the bowl and, Brock Purdy having another accident and an injury happen. Like, I'd rather get that just so it's like, okay, we get the bye, then 2 are we there. So although we could do that, I'd rather not. And, that's what I was going to say. I actually hate Kyle Shanahan, just so you know.
Oh, my God.
Where's our line?
Because
Remember what I said early in the season? I said I'm not the only Niner fan that feels
Yeah.
this way about Kyle Shanahan.
I didn't. And first of all, we didn't coordinate this. I didn't know this until right now. I don't like Kyle Shanahan because of. Let's just take yesterday's game. What did y'all say? Y'all only ran 10 times. This dude will forget where his bread is buttered. That's why 28-3 happens. Because when you ahead and you still throwing the ball, it's like, we love Purdy. Remember, you got Christian McCaffrey. Remember, you got one of the best running games in Atlanta. The man will get up and think that he could just – he's one of those ego dudes.
Yeah.
That's why he likes quarterbacks like Purdy and Jimmy Garoppolo, because he's going to get the credit. They always talk about Shanahan. He's going to get the credit for devising the plan, but he forgets to run the ball. We got one of the best running backs in the league. There's no reasons for him to have 10 rushes in that game be that close. It's a divisional opponent, but he just forgets to run. And so
that happened in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs too. We were up 10 points, and we were running the ball. We were averaging 5 yards a carry, and he just started to throw it with Jimmy G. I was like, come on.
He's like, I believe Jimmy G is that dude where it's like, he's not. He got you there. He just wants to it's hard to get credit on running the ball, right? Like, yeah, you're getting the zone coverages and zone reads and stuff like that, but the passing is where it's at for him. And I just really have never liked that about him, where he gets so, to me, in his ego that he wants to throw the ball so much and prove that he's that guy that he just forgets the simple elements of football. Just run the ball. Run the ball. So that's why I don't like him. But he is a good coach. I personally do not like his strategies late. When we are leading, like you guys said, we play dumb.
But see, with him, and I know we about to get out of here in a second, but it's funny because it's like, first of all, look at your coaching tree, and also look at what the league says about you. Your ego don't have to be that big no more. It's like, look, you got, Sean McVay, Mike McDaniels, Matt LaFleur. You look at their offenses, and then you just look at your offense. When people watch the 49ers, they're like, Kyle Shanahan is going to draw up a great game plan. So you don't have to just forget where you at. That's like something Kellen Moore. And I can see Kellen Moore doing it because it's like you're trying to earn your stripes. But Kyle, you earned them already. You can get to the Super Bowl. You've proven that. You can beat up. And I was gonna say, and you could beat up on a GOAT quarterback. But yet again, if you get your ego out the way, you would have been known as one of the greatest offensive coordinators if they would have won that game. Because you beat Tom Brady and Bill Belichick.
See, the Chiefs games and the Super Bowl, I'm not gonna put down Kyle. I mean, it was a great call. I mean, Jimmy just overthrew him. It was a perfect call, and he just overthrew him. And not mistaken, was y'all throwing the ball a lot with the lead, or was y'all running the ball still? And the defense
we were throwing the ball still. It's like, so when Jimmy threw that, and it was like also versus the Rams too. So where he's like, there's so much history in him not running the ball.
Y'all beat the Rams, right? Oh, y'all lost the Rams.
No, we lost the NFC Championship game.
That's right, because you got the interception. My bad.
Right, and so it's just like he has a history, right? And sometimes we can get lost in how pretty everything looks. And he loves pretty. We love doing some wild stuff with Devo and all these guys. Sometimes you just gotta, left side Trent Williams. Let's go. And he does that. But watch when the games get closer, or watch when it's late in the game, he's going to pass. And that's, something I'm just not a fan of.
When y'all down against the Rams, though?
At the time when he threw the interception, I believe so. But it was
because
it's hard for me to remember the score.
Y'all beat Green Bay without scoring the offensive touchdown, I don't think. And y'all wasn't throwing the ball that game.
I was in the snow.
And then also Shannon had been having bad, like y'all just been hurt for real. Like every time y'all go in the playoffs, somebody get hurt. That's been happening to y'all. So I get you that.
What was that record you said?
Blowing leads, huh?
What was that record you said?
0-36 when losing by 8 points in the fourth quarter.
Same.
Y'all said a lot about y'all be saying about Purdy. Never brought nobody back. Never had a game.
He did versus the Browns with the kicker miss. The kicker miss.
Wait, because I got.
You got dropped it when? When you get dropped it?
I got one. Remember last year against the Raiders? People forget about that game. That was an up and down game. We were down in the fourth quarter. He brought us back to take the game to overtime, and we won that game to overtime.
Yeah, I do remember that. I do remember that, but yeah, y'all went down by 8 though. But I remember that though. I remember that game. That was late in the season too.
Exactly.
If I'm not mistaken.
And I told everybody that was a trap game, and everybody thought I was tripping.
You right. When Derek Carr got sent home and what's his name started?
Exactly, because they had Jared Stidham was the quarterback. He came in as a backup, and I said he knows that system. It ain't. I'm telling y'all, it's a trap game.
You did say that.
You know what? You know what I noticed? I think it's the backup quarterbacks that give y'all the most grief because they like, I ain't got nothing to lose. I'm gonna just throw it up. That's why Drew Lock was looking good in the beginning of the game.
I was just about to say that. You see, Drew Lock was having this game yesterday. Oh my
God. That's
true. The DK, I was like,
that's true. That's really true. That's burying teams in general. And you know this because whenever we play Sacramento, Malik Monk kills us. It's not Fox. It's not Sabonis. Malik Monk will go for 40. I don't know what it is about the backups coming in. That's a barrier. I don't get it. So I'm with you. That's true.
Yeah, man. That's good.
But yeah, what's the name? Say, man, you want to tell us tell the people where they can find you? Because this is a good conversation. My man, hold up, right quick. I say my man Dave, he needed a 49er fan, and we found one, and he came on air. So we good money now, Dave. You got a counterpart.
I know,
yes,
right?
Sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, you can find me at Eric Bryan TV on Instagram. Not really on Twitter too much, but I also do stand-up comedy. I post a lot of comedy stuff. If anybody's in the LA area, I do a lot out there in the comedy field. So definitely, if you come on Eric Bryan TV, I'll be able to plug you into some events, not even just my events, but like really dope other comedic events and stuff like that. Show y'all a good time in LA. I'm not a weird LA dude because I'm not from here, but yeah, man, just hit me Eric Bryan TV on Instagram.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Hey, Dave, send me and Tomo his IG.
Yeah,
got you.
And before you leave,
Swiper
MVP season. Let's go. That's all I had to say.
Mr. Clay, they I know you glad that Ty Halliburton trade worked out because if Swiper wasn't playing like he was playing, it'd be looking a little bad for that trade.
Yeah, Halliburton balling. That's my dog. I'm a root for Halliburton, you know. But I like the trade when they made the trade. I liked it.
Yeah, you know? At the time I did too, though. But yeah, burn that mask. I don't. What are you doing? Burn that. Why do you have that?
Hey, Swiper season, man. MVP.
I feel he's one of the. You know who he signed to? His shoe deal.
I know.
Who did he sign?
Curry, my guy.
Oh,
my guy.
Okay, sign to Steph. Okay, got you.
Hey, you gotta learn from the best.
Steph pulled a LeBron.
Don't ever say that. We don't mess with LeBron around here. Don't ever say that.
Oh, no, I'm talking about as far as like I'm gonna beat you on the court, but if I feel like you're getting good, then I'm gonna just do business with you off. Yeah. But I know how y'all feel about Braun out there.
Yeah, we don't mess with him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Popping champagne bottles for in tournaments. Anyway, whatever.
I mean, he did pop one after being down 3-1, but I ain't gonna talk about
Hey, Joe. We got Joe Dave. We gotta bring him back for an NBA topic, man. We already know.
We got to.
I won't say nothing. I'm not gonna say it. We was talking about the Niners. Now you done went to the Phillies. I watched that game in public. Game 7. I was stupid. I should have watched it in public. Anyway, yeah.
Man, it hurt me too. Like I said, I'm a Steph fan. I was rooting for y'all.
Okay. Yeah, he was throwing behind the back out of bounds. Like, what? Anyway.
At the end of the game too. I'm like, what you doing, Steph? It's late in the fourth quarter.
I thought this was a positive podcast. Why are you bringing up old negative memories? Like, what's happening here? He said you gonna come on here, enjoy yourself. We positive group of people. I don't feel that right now. I don't feel safe. And I don't feel heard. I don't feel safe or heard right now.
But look,
the
positive note is the 49ers are the best team in the league right now, and y'all got the Cardinals up next. So then y'all play Washington at some point too, right?
Yeah. Hey, you say y'all good. You said backups, right? Hey, say how? Take a seat, Jacoby. You up next? Jacoby, let's go.
Hey, but appreciate you coming on, man.
Appreciate y'all.
We gonna get up with you, man. We know the Refuse to Lose family gonna hit you up, so you gonna have
for sure, man. Nice talking to y'all. I enjoyed myself for sure.
Yes, sir. Stay safe.
All right, man.